What if you could get your brand in front of 7,500 people at one of Omaha's premier barbecue events? Hi, I'm David Engelmeyer with Ribstock. I'm here today to talk with Jeff Gearing and Jennifer Toft about sponsorship opportunities with Ribstock. We hope you enjoy this episode of the Saucy Details. Thanks for taking the opportunity to meet with us today, talk a little bit about sponsoring Ribstock and what that's meant for you. Can you tell us a little bit about your background in sponsoring the Ribstock event that we have at Stinson Park?
Mercury Contractors and Mercury Builders have been a proud sponsor for this event, and it's just a way of giving back. I mean, Millard Business Association has done a lot for our company, and it's like family.
I think one of the things that you mentioned is being there really from the beginning, which we'll talk a little bit more on another episode, which I look forward to doing with you again. But tell us a little bit about the why.
A huge need exists, and always has really, for the food bank, but now more than ever, the food bank of the Heartland and Project We Care, which is who we've been predominantly supporting through Ribstock over the last 7 years. In the last couple of years, we've included the food bank of the Heartland, and I'm also a co-chair of Ribstock, and so I couldn't possibly fathom a better charity to get back to.
What would you tell somebody that's kind of on that edge of should I sponsor, should I not? What would you tell them to kind of push them over the edge and say, hey, this is a good thing to get involved
in? We got beer barbecue. That alone should tell. We got a band. We got all the critical B's involved, so you can remember that. So, secondly, it goes for the best charity, I think, anyway. I mean, you can't ask for a better charity to work with than that. And I think third, mostly, if your company needs to be marketed, you want to get to the community. We may have 5,000 to 10,000 people out there, and that's kind of what we're projecting, maybe 8,000 to 10,000 people. And that's going to be a lot of exposure.
If somebody want to get a hold of you because they're thinking about doing a remodel, they're thinking about building that new home in the time that we live in, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, it's really easy. Mercury Builders and Mercury Contractors has a website. Mercury Builders is focused on home building, custom home building. We offer the only custom home builder with a 5-year warranty and 0 closing costs. And if you have a business, if you need a new roof, siding or gutters, or if you need to move your business, you need you need to do a tenant finish, commercial finish, that's Mercury Contractors. That's mercurycontractors.com.
You've made me hungry, thirsty, and ready for Ribstock. Hi, Jen. Thanks for taking some time to talk about sponsorships with regards to kind of what levels people can be at. What is maybe that entry point level to be a sponsor of Ribstock?
Absolutely. So the entry level is our first tier, so it's $500. So that's where you start it. You're getting all your name and publicity right on that website.
If somebody wants to do a little bit more, one of the things that we've talked about is the backpack program and what that costs just in the Millard area alone to kind of help support a week of that backpack program in the Millard area. So with $1,000, what can somebody get?
For $1,000, you can not only get that advertising on the website that I mentioned, you also get a promotional tent to get out in front of people as they come in.
So at that next level, that $2,500 level, what does somebody get for that?
So not only do you get everything that we mentioned already, get the promotional tent up front, that 10 by 10, right when people walk in.
That first spot when people come in is where we're going to sell those rib cards, as Jen just mentioned. We're going to talk more about that in a coming episode, but that will bring all these people directly to your table.
It was really hot last year, so we are looking at getting a tent for that extra coverage. You could sponsor the tent, you could sponsor the bar. We have all sorts of activities going on, so those are all opportunities that you could have.
So it could be the David stage.
Absolutely. But yours that would charge extra.
So that next level up, which is kind of that fun level, I've enjoyed this level for the last few years, that $5,000 level. What's that neat little perk that we added to that level?
The best perk is something we just started, the hashtag RibFace for Ribstock. So what's going to happen, I think Kenny and Jeff are going to cook some ribs.
I hear that.
Bring them to your office, to your business, whoever decides to sponsor, and you're going to get to eat them, get all messy and crazy, and then we're going to blast that all over social media.
Our last level that we have out there, it's been Mercury Builders before. What is that level?
Yeah, the $10,000, the big whole hog, that's everything. You are getting such the high echelon of advertising, everything that we mentioned, plus you get to get on the stage in front of the 6,000 plus people that are going to be in attendance. You have someone from your company, the spokesperson, get up and get to talk about your business to all these people.
We kind of added a new little twist this year. Can you tell us about that?
We came up with a Friends of Ribstock sponsorship where literally you can have any amount of a donation. So maybe your business or your finances don't fit quite into the tiers that we have. This Friends of Ribstock gives you the opportunity to donate any amount of money that you want to, and then you'll get mentioned on our website.
Thank you, Jeff and Jennifer, for talking about what sponsorships mean and what they can mean for you and your business. As we think back to the first 2 episodes of the Saucy Details, we've talked about food insecurity and what that means in just our local area, although it is a national problem. Ribstock is 100% local, with everything going back and staying in our community. Join us for next week's episode when we talk about our People's Choice Award. If you're a foodie and love mouthwatering food, this episode is for you. Like us on Facebook and share this video with your friends and family.